Hi everyone. I hope I'm audible. Just confirm if there is any issue in audio and video. Just let me know if everything is fine. Okay. So I think everything is fine, right? So how are you all? Great. So as you know that today we are going to discuss two questions from computer networks which were you can say which are those are the questions which you can challenge. I will share those two questions. Both the questions are from computer networks. Okay. And one question is in set 1, another question is in set 2. So there are two questions that you can challenge based on what you have done. I will discuss the correct concept, and I will also discuss that what are the possible answers. Okay. uh, so one question is from set 1, as I told you, and it was related to CIDR, right? Classless routing, IP addressing. So it was related to classless IP addressing, which was slash 19 question, if you remember. Another question is in set 2, and which got very popular. The question is related to transmission round. Okay. And let's just discuss both the questions. Let's just discuss the possible scenarios of both the questions, right? So which means that what could be the possible answers. I will also do one thing. I will also draft. Okay. So I will also share. Maybe I will share my previous draft that I have drafted for previous gate PYQs. So, for example, there was one question regarding FCFS which we have challenged, and I will share the draft with you. And I will also make the drafts for these two questions. Okay. So let's get started. Let me just share my screen and let's just directly discuss those questions. Yeah. So let's start the discussions. Now, first, let me reveal you that what are those two questions which we can challenge. Okay, if you want, you can challenge it. Otherwise, like if you have already done whatever is matching with the official answer key, there is no need to challenge by you. But if somebody wants, okay, they can challenge. Okay, based on what they have done. So let me just share the questions with you, that what are those two questions, and then I will also discuss the solution of those two questions. So first question is from set 1, GATE 2026 set 1. It was MSQ question, and official answers that were given were ABC. So ABC are the official answers, right? So we will discuss that what could be the possible answers. So here I will also discuss with the standard books reference. So I will discuss this question, and I will also discuss this set 2 question, which was NAT question. Official answer here is 4, and for this question also I will discuss with the multiple standard book resources. Okay. So let's start the discussion with the set 1 question. So what do you think could be the answer for this set 1 question? Okay. For the set 1 question, as I told you, the official answers were given ABC, right? Now let me just tell you that there is nothing wrong with D also. Okay. So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, with the limited knowledge that I have, with that limited knowledge, I can say that ABCD should be the answer. As I also told the same thing in my set 1 analysis when we did it just after the examination. So just after the live exam, just after the gate 26 2026 set 1, I and Deepak came live. In that live session, I told that A, B, C, D all should be the answer. Okay. Maybe, and I also told that gate might give A, B, C as answers because there was no option to select four. Okay. So gate authority might give A, B, C answer because there was no option to select four. But officially it should be A, B, C, D answer. Why I'm saying so? Let me tell you. Okay. So see, they are saying that we want to allocate 6,000 IP addresses, right? You might be aware about the question, so I will not go I will not go in explaining the questions. I will directly come to the solution. So they're asking for 6,000 IP addresses. Now they want to allocate 6,000 IP addresses. which means that you need 13 bits are needed from host ID part, because 2 power 12 is 4096 and 2 power 13 is 8192. So 12 bits are not enough, but 13 bits are definitely enough. So 13 bits we need in the host ID part, which means for the network ID we need 19 bits, which means slash 19 must be the answer, right? Slash 19 must be the answer. So if you look at this, right, this 202, this was the you can say original or the supernet, or you can say this was the main chunk. From this I have to allocate slash 19. Okay, now if you notice that all of these are slash 19, all of these are slash 19, let me now see that if all of these are eligible, or there might be something which is not eligible. Now, if you look at this, parent or the supernet, then in this case you will see that this is slash 15. What does this mean? It means that initial 15 bits are fixed. We have seen this multiple times, right? So it definitely means that initial 15 bits are fixed, which means these are the 16 bits, which means at the 16th bit or later on you can do anything, which means these are the part of host ID and these are not in the control of ISP. I can say this is up to the user. So initial 15 bits are fixed, which means the 16 bit, currently they have shown the 16 bit to be 0, but they can also show it to be 1, which means the last bit here, see 202 might be having some binary representation, and then 8 more bits. Okay, 16 is having 1 followed by 4 zeros, 1 2 3 4 zeros, and then 3 more zeros. This is 16, right? This is 16. Now, this bit could change to either 0 to 1, which means instead of the 16, you may be having. So what I'm saying here is that this was the parent block, right? Now 202 is as it is dot 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? This is for 16, and then 0 dot 0 is as it is. Let's suppose, okay. So basically 16 will be represented like this, okay, and then 3 more zeros. This is basically the binary representation of 16, right? Now this last bit, okay, last bit, since this is slash 15, since this is slash 15, that's why this last bit is free to choose. You can choose it to be 0 or to 1. I mean, it is up to you. So basically, as long as it is either 16, okay. So if you want to give slash 19 block, then as long as it is 202 dot 16 dot anything slash 19 is answer. Okay. Also 202 dot 16, sorry, 17. Okay, if you change this dot anything slash 19 is answer. So basically these are the two possible sorts of answers. Okay, which means if any option is matching this pattern, which means dots, I mean, either if it is 16 or 17, slash 19 is okay, because in all the options it is slash 19, right? If you notice, in all the option it is slash 19, so let's not worry about the slash 19. Now, as long as it is 202.16 or 202.17, then it is the answer. So if you see here in all the options, either it is 202.16 or 202.17, right? So that's why all of these should be correct, must be correct actually. I should not be even using the should word. I will prove it with the standard book reference. Don't worry. Okay, I will prove it. And we need to challenge it, we need to prove it also. Now, now, is this okay to everyone that all of this could be the answer? Because as long as either it is 202.16.17, then it is from this block, and then you can have slash 19 and you can have anything here. But just to explain it little more carefully, let me just represent this all the options in the binary. Okay, so I'm representing 202.16. Okay, this is as it is. I'm not basically representing this just to avoid the confusion. The third octet I'm representing. Okay, this is 0. 64 is basically having this representation. 32 is having this representation. So this is the third octet, and 24 is having this representation, right? So basically these are the representation, as you can see. Now these are the representation of third octet, only third octet. Okay, which means, as I told you, it means that 17 represent, sorry, 24 representation is this, 32 representation is this, 64 representation is this, and 0 representation is this. Now since it is slash 19, it means initial 19 bits only matter to you, which means what? Which means that these are the 16 and 3 more bits, right? So till this point, it only matters to you. Till this point, right? Till this point only matters to you. So only this thing matter. Now whether it is written 1 here in the host ID part or it is written 0 doesn't really matter to you, because you can represent this network is absolutely same as 100% absolutely same as saying this dot 17 dot, see these are 0, so you can put all the 0 between 0 dot 0 slash 19. These two networks are absolutely same. There is no difference at all in these two networks. So if you write this, it means you are writing this, right? See, if it is not slash 19, if someone asks me what is the network ID, okay, if someone asks me what is the network ID, then network ID will not be having zeros in the host ID. Obviously, the network ID is fixed. Okay, I will tell you with the standard proof. Don't worry. Let me just complete myself, and then I will give you the resources. See, this is the network ID. Okay, there is no slash here. There is no slash here in the network ID. But you can write any basically if you take the last, you know, if you take the last all the ones, then it will be basically I think 31, right? 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. Yes. So it will be 31. So which means the network is from here to here, right? The network is from here to here. The 255. Let me write everything clearly. So this network is from 202.17.31.255. From here to here, this network is, right. You can take any number here, or you can take any IP address here. For example, let me take dot 17 dot anything, okay. Maybe 14, okay. Dot 220, okay, something slash 19. This is same as saying 202.17.0.0 slash 19. Obviously, okay. These two are same. But obviously, this network ID is this, okay? See, you can represent the network with any IP in the between and then slash that network mask. For example, okay? For example, not example, let me just give you the proof. This is the exact screenshot that I have just taken from Frozen book, from the page number 534. Okay, see, uh, from the, if you look at the Frozen book, okay? If you just look at this Frozen book, this is Frozen book. In this book, if you go to the page number 534, then you will be finding this screenshot, okay. Now here just see what is written. A classless address is given, and then they are giving slash 27, okay, some number slash 27. They are asking for this network, okay. For this network, find the number of addresses and something they're asking, okay. So basically, if you represent the slash 27, which is like this, slash 27 means that this is 8, 8, 16, and then 24, and then 3 more. Basically, they are saying as long as this is fixed, okay, this is fixed, then it doesn't matter whatever you are writing here. So if you notice, they have represented the network with some IP address which is not the starting IP address. Okay, they have clearly represented the network with the IP address which is not the starting IP address. They could have easily said, okay, this is as good as saying 167 dot 199 dot 170 dot, like, let me put 010, let me write in binary, okay, and then 5 zeros, and then dot 0, okay, sorry, not dot 0, so it was the last octet. So this is as good as saying this slash 27, or in fact any IP address you can take in between and then slash 27. They have given, okay, the solution also they have given. See, they are saying, let me just read it, that the first address can be found by keeping first 27 bits same, and change the last 5 bits. So they are saying this is the address which is given, some random address, the first address you can find like this, okay. By, like, this is just a convention to find first address. So basically you can represent the network with any IP address here. See, you can represent the network like this, you can represent the network like this, you can represent the network like this, okay. So this is they are representing in any IP address in between with the first IP address with the last IP address, okay. You can, these all are the same networks. Is this fine to everyone? Is this fine? These all are the same networks. In fact, in GATE 2015, they have given a question which they have used in between some IP address they are using. They are also using. See, they are calling it a network. In the network, okay, in this network, they're calling this a network, and then they are saying they are asking something about this network. They are also in gate also. This is very important to notice that in gate also they are not using. I mean, it is not the convention that in the gate they are also always using the first IP address to represent the network. You can represent any IP address. In gate 2015 they have done it. In fact, let's suppose this question did not come in gate 2015. It doesn't make it the fact wrong that you can write any IP address and then slash the network mask. Okay. In fact, in the Frozen it is given clearly. So that's why basically here the answer is A B C D, because you can represent any, like, just because this is 24, this is not all zeros. Okay, you are saying that okay, host ID part should be zero. No, in the network ID, yes, host ID part should be zero. But who told you that in representing a network the host ID part should be zero? Who told you it must be the first IP address? Okay, from the standard book we can definitely prove that this need not to be the first IP address. So that's why A B C D must be the answer. Here I have given you the reference. Okay, at page number 534 it is given in the Frozen. Okay, the book name is Data Communication and Networking. In the Frozen it is given at page number 534. You can definitely check, right? Now, in GATE 2020, they have given similar question. Okay, almost similar question. Instead of 6,000, it was 1,500. Almost same question they have given in GATE 2020. Now, in GATE 2020 also, they have basically, if you solve this question, here in the official answer, they have given B as the correct answer. Okay, but here, let me just tell you that from this network, if you want slash 21 slash some network from this network, you want slash 21 network. Okay, so this network is saying initial 17 bits are fixed. So which means they are saying, this network is saying the initial this part must be fixed. So as long as you have 220.61.0, okay, this is the answer, this is the answer, this is the answer. But since this is one, this is not the answer, right? So these three are answers, but they have only accepted, I think, yeah, they have only accepted these two. These are the official answers they have given. Because in slash 21, if you notice, okay, 21 means basically, yes, 3 bits. Till here it is 21, right? So if you notice, then in part A there is 1. Okay, in host ID it is 1. Actually, it doesn't make sense to have host ID 1 or 0 whenever you have slash notation. Slash notation itself says that you ignore, basically you ignore this number. It can be varying, but this number is fixed. So in GATE 2020 also they have given same question, and they have made the same mistake. I would call it mistake, because this is, otherwise this will be a blunder for the GATE aspirant. This will be kind of disaster for the GATE aspirant. They will be learning the wrong concept. This is not the correct concept, that you must be writing the network ID here. So this is like one of the reason why I was so much interested in challenging this question was, obviously because of the correct concept that must be, like, I mean, because of the student, basically those who have solved using the correct concept, it must be challenged. And second one is because if they do not rectify this mistake now, in GATE 2020 also they have done the same mistake. Okay, in this question the answer is 1 2 3, but they have given only answers to 2 and 3. They have done the same mistake in GATE 2020. We don't want to, we don't want to get suffered from the same mistake in GATE 2026 also. So that is the reason we should be challenging this question. Okay, now let me know, before I go to the next question, let me know if this clear, that why we should be challenging this question. Is obviously they won't made it MTA. So someone is saying that they should not make it MTA. No, either they should make it anyone who has attempted this question, something like that, right? Because if someone has done, probably, let's suppose ABD or anything. Okay, let's suppose someone has done ABD, then it is also correct, right? So they must. I think it will be MTA in that case, because there was no option to select all. So if they consider this question to be challenged, because since there was no option to select all, so some student might have skipped it, thinking that since all are correct, then what is the wrong with this question? some students might have skipped this question because thinking that all might be correct. Okay, so what do you think? Should they give it MTA, or they should give the answer to only, the people who have marked anything, maybe ABD, AC, or something? I think it will be MTA, because the MTA has some specific rule. It's not by our choice, like whether it will be MTA or it will be like that. It will be MTA considering the possibility that some students might have skipped this question, right? Some student might have thought that, okay, maybe multiple are the correct answer, and I'm not able to figure out what is happening with this question. Let me skip this question. In Gate 2020, I don't think they made it MTA. In Gate 2020 also, they made the same mistake. Okay. Uh, I'm sorry if it is sounding overconfidence, or if it is sounding arrogance. I'm not being overconfident or neither being arrogant. I'm just putting my opinion, my humble opinion, with the all limited knowledge that I have. Okay, and that too with the standard books reference. So based on me, whatever research I have done in this question, or whatever I have studied again for this question, based on me, ABCD should be the correct answer. So let them decide whether it will be MTA, or how the authority take the decision. But I think ABCD should be the correct answer. Okay. Now, now let's just move to this question, the next question. See, in GATE 2015 also they have used the same notation. Then why they are not doing that in the GATE 2026? Okay. So I will say one thing. If you are challenging this question, okay. See, if you are challenging this question, for this question we have two references. One is from GATE 2015, another one is from GATE 2020, right? So I will say, if you're challenging this question, do not mention GATE 2020 question. Okay, please do not mention gate 2020 question. It was just for your own sake of explanation. But if you mention gate 2020 question, they might be thinking that let's just keep it as a legacy, or maybe it will give some bias to them. So I will request you to only quote GATE 2015 question, and tell them that, sir, I think in GATE 2015 also, do you have used a similar notation where you have used some random or middle IP address, and then the GATE authority or the examiner had used some middle IP address, and then slash 21, or I think 27 notation. So they have not used the first IP address to represent the network. Similarly, this in this question also we should mark ABCD as true, because D is also representing the same IP address as, you can put the zero instead of, I think it was 202.16.0.0/21. So D is also representing the same network as 202.16.0 or 17.0.0/21. Okay, you can say that D is also representing the same network. And you can put the frozen reference. It is must. Okay, you must be putting the frozen reference. I will also do one thing. I will make a short video on that. I will prepare the doc based on my own research. I will format it, and then I will share that particular doc with you. And you can do one thing. You can as it is use that doc. Okay, so that if if they're just reading, let's suppose only selected docs, let's suppose 3 or 4 docs, or maybe 10 docs. Okay, then at least one thing will happen, that if you're using the same doc, either use the same doc, or do some betterment in that. Okay, so basically, if you're using the same doc, then probably the chances will increase that they select our doc. Okay. Okay, so you can mention this GATE 2015 question, but do not mention in the challenge. Okay, don't mention this. Okay, so don't mention this in challenge. Understood why I'm saying this? Because they might be having some bias, okay, after seeing this. So that's why don't mention this in challenge. I don't think it is needed to mention in the challenge. In the challenge, we can mention like there was some mistake earlier, but but we are calling out a mistake, but they may think that, okay, let's just continue this. Okay, that's why I'm just little afraid. Okay, if you want, you can just point out the mistake in gate 2020 also. It's not like I'm saying that a mandatory thing. Okay, if you want, you can mention this, but I would say that they might be getting some bias, so let's just not mention. You can mention gate 2015 question. Okay, now let's just talk about the next question. And this was the popular question, and the answer, official answer here is 4, right? The question is saying that maximum segment size is this. This RWND was given, but it was not useful for the question. And slow start threshold was 8 MSS. 16 KB means 8 MSS. Now, they're asking the exact line I have copy pasted, okay? So the exact line, or maybe I can just do one thing. I can just again copy paste it. So the exact line is that they're asking the number of rounds of transmission required. Okay, see here, number of rounds of transmissions required for the congestion control algorithm of the TCP connection to reach congestion avoidance phase. So they are saying that how many transmissions rounds are required, right? Now, now, if you look at Crows, okay, this is well standard book, and the name of the book is Computer Networking: A Top-Down Approach, and this screenshot is from the sixth edition. Okay, so the same thing they are saying. We want 8 MSS, right? They are saying that, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here they have used the same word, which is transmission round. They've used the same word, which is transmission round. They are saying that at fourth transmission round, okay, your MSS, your congestion window is basically 8 at fourth transition round. Let me tell you that what they are saying. Congestion window climbs exponentially fast at slow start, hits its threshold at the fourth transmission round. Okay, so they are saying at the fourth transmission round. Is this okay to everyone? Which means what is happening? Let me just tell you what is happening here. You are sending one packet, and then you are sending two packets, then you are sending four packets. Okay, so three transmissions rounds are over, and then you are sending eight packets. Okay, they are asking how many transmission rounds are required to reach eight. Okay, required and reach, these are the two important words here. So how many transmission rounds are required to reach the congestion window, right? So congestion avoidance phase. So three transmissions has been completed. Now at, see, at fourth transmission, I'm using the word at. Okay, this is important. At fourth transmission, okay, at fourth transmission round, congestion window size is 8. Now tell me, is this fourth transition is required or not? Is this required to transmit 8? Then you are entering in the congestion avoidance phase? No. The thing here is that the moment you reach, this is important. See, let me tell you from the frozen book. What they are saying, when the size of the congestion window reaches the slow start threshold, the moment you reach the slow start threshold, you automatically enters into the congestion avoidance phase or additive phase. That's what they are saying. Okay, so the moment you hit the congestion window size to be 8, okay, then obviously now you are now you have entered at this moment we have entered. We do not need to complete this transmission round. At this moment we have entered into the congestion avoidance phase. See, now whenever you are sending, let's suppose, 8 packets, so you will sending one packet, and then another packet and another packet. So the moment one packet is coming back to you, then at that moment you do not increment the congestion window size by 1. If you remember, at this moment, okay, I do not want to go into the technical details, but at this moment we increment the congestion window size is 8, we will increment by 1 by 8. Then whenever the second packet is coming, we increment by one more by 8. Then the third packet is coming, then the fourth packet is coming. The moment all the 8 packets are coming, at that moment we increment by 8, which means now the increment is basically total increment is 8 plus 1, which is 9. Which means we have already entered into the congestion avoidance phase. We do not need to complete this transmission round. This is what is very important in this question. They are saying in the question, they are saying, see, number of transmission round requires to reach the congestion avoidance phase. So we require, or we need only 3 transmission rounds, right? Now at fourth transmission round, at at fourth transmission round, the congestion window size is 8. This is at fourth transmission. We do not need the fourth transmission. Okay, that's the thing. Right, so here they are saying that in the cross they are saying that at fourth transmission round, right? Now this graph, okay, this graph is not saying, see, from this graph do not infer the thing that okay, they are saying 4 transmission rounds are required. No, this is the graph at, okay, you can put at here, because in the theory they are putting at here. At the fourth transmission round, what is the congestion window? Okay, that's what this graph is representing. Do not misinterpret this graph and do not say that okay, this is supporting the answer 4. Okay, because in the theory they are saying at, and the question was saying that minimum number of transmission rounds, or not minimum, like minimum was obvious, obviously. So the transmission round, or I mean minimum is not even required in this question. Okay, so the transmission round by which, okay, see, in the question they are saying the transmission round required to reach the congestion avoidance phase. So we require only 3 transmissions. At fourth transmission, this is 8. Also see, in the cross, as I told you, they are talking about the at. Okay, this is important. They are talking about the at the fourth round of transmission. In the frozen book also they are saying as soon as you reaches, okay, when the window, or when the size of the congestion window reaches the slow start, as soon as you reaches the slow start threshold, the slow stop and it enters into the congestion avoidance phase, right? Like for example, this. See here, you are sending one packet, two packet, and the moment this all these packets transmission is completed and their RTT, I mean the complete sending and ACK is happening. The moment the last ACK coming, okay, at this moment, and before transmitting these 8 packets, okay, at this moment we are now you can say now we are in congestion avoidance phase. Okay, so this is the moment you can say exactly. See, you can say like this: in third round of transmission, we send how many packets? 4 packets, right? 4 packets. Now, uh, third round of transmission, you can also mention here CWNT is equal to 4. Okay, and then we send 4 packets. Now, once ACK start coming, we increment CWND by 1, right? The moment last ACK comes, last ACK of third round of transmission comes, we have CWND to be 8. Okay, comes, we have, right? And the moment The moment CWND is equal to 8, we enter into congestion, or you can write TCP enter into congestion avoidance phase. Okay. There is no need to have the fourth transmission. This is the moment just before the fourth transmission. In bracket. This is moment. This is the moment. This is the moment before fourth transmission round. Okay. And to enter into the congestion avoidance phase, we do not even need to have the fourth transmission round, right? So basically, this is the moment before the fourth transmission round. Understood? Understood? Okay. So basically, this is the reason why I am saying you that for this question also there are solid proofs, and in every book, like for example in Tenenbaum also it is written that whenever the slow start threshold is crossed, okay, crossed means like it is reached. Okay, here the do not do not focus on the exact. Standard book authors do not know that there might be some gate question. In that gate question this crossed or reached or something, these will be basically so much important or something like this. So basically they mean that okay, the moment it reached TCP switches from slow start to congestion avoidance phase or additive increase phase, right? And in the frozen it is clearly written on, and also in the cross also it is clearly written that that at fourth transmission round. Okay, so at the fourth transmission round the congestion window size is 8, which means even before starting the fourth transmission round. Okay, so before starting fourth round, the congestion window size is 8, and the moment congestion window size is 8, you will reach to the congestion avoidance phase. So that is why I will say both are the correct answers. Sorry, not both. I mean to say, uh, I mean they have given four as correct answers, but I think three should be the correct. Better is that they should give three and four both to be correct, because in the exam it is really not very practical to focus on such details. So I would say that if someone has done four, they have also equally worked hard. If someone has done three, so I would say that three and four both should be accepted, but ultimately three should be the answer, I think. Okay, but I will request gate authorities to consider both three and four. Okay. So these are the two CN questions. One was from set one, another one was from the set two. So this set one question, A, B, C, D, all should be the correct answers. A, B, C, D. Okay. And for this set two question, three or four should be the correct. Okay. So just one thing, that what you can do, you can challenge, you can write your own challenge. I will also draft my challenge. I will share the draft with you. Okay. You can use that draft, or you can write your own draft, right? Just draft some challenge, and then put all the resources, which whatever you can find, as many as possible. So whatever you can find, put all the resources which are agreeing with your explanation or your argument or your answer or your final answer. If something is little bit suspicious or little bit contradictory, then do not mention that. For example, uh, the GATE 2020 question, right? Do not mention this. If you want, you can. Like, it depends on you whether you want to point it out as a mistake, and then they may rectify that in GATE 2026. You can, or you can skip, right? So best wishes to everyone. Hopefully they will accept the answers which are provided by us. And these are the answers we have provided immediately after the live class also. I mean after the exam also. In the live class, immediately after the exam, we have done set one analysis, set two analysis. In that set one analysis, I told that A, B, C, D all should be the correct answer. In set two analysis, I told that okay, three or four could be the correct answer. It depends on the question language. And set two question was really very much, I can say, uh, बहुत ही डिफाइंड मतलब बाउंड्री से करना पड़ेगा, वो तब जाके होगा। तो वो बहुत ही मतलब बहुत ही सटीक वैसा क्वेश्चन है कि वो लैंग्वेज एंड मतलब उस टाइप का क्वेश्चन है थोड़ा, मतलब कंसेप्चुअल थोड़ा कम हो गया वो क्वेश्चन, और वो थोड़ा लैंग्वेज बेसिस और उस टाइप का क्वेश्चन थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया। सेट वन क्वेश्चन वाज आई विल से प्योरली कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन, एंड ए बी सी डी शुड मस्ट बी द करेक्ट आंसर, नॉट जस्ट शुड। ओके। And for set two question, I think they should accept three or four, because the question language and the way we do such kind of questions, I mean, both, if we look at both, then it is very easy to get confused between three and four. Very easy to get confused. So three and four they should accept. Okay. So that's all from our side. Let us know if there is anything you want to discuss. Yeah. So for CIDR question, someone basically some coaching or something is saying whatever they are saying, you can just show them this frozen screenshot. Okay. And this frozen screenshot you can show, and also gate 2015 question also you can show. Okay. So whatever they are saying, you can just show this question. Okay. 2015 question, just show them, and also show them frozen screenshot. Okay. And I'm sure there might be multiple resources, because this is the standard concept. I mean, there is nothing wrong in this. And like, in fact, if anyone remember in AIMT 4 or AIMT 5, I have given similar kind of question, and I have accepted all the answers which were having any middle IP address slash notation. Okay. So this seems to be common misconception among many gate aspirant. So that's why I must demand it, okay, that they should correct this mistake, because otherwise it is a misconception, it will remain as a misconception, and other someone, okay, I'm not naming anyone, I do not intend to name anyone, I'm just telling in general. Okay. And I do not intend anything else, just telling in general that if someone, okay, some coaching institute or someone is saying on the YouTube that, okay, this D is correct, D is basically incorrect answer, they should also get to know that this was the misconception. Otherwise, if gate authorities does not rectify this mistake, then it will be basically motivation to all those all those people who are claiming that D is incorrect, or it will be like kind of supporting, very strong support. But it is misconception, so that is why I humbly request, and we will be requesting using the doc and using the standard resources like frozen and gate 2015 question. We will be requesting them to please rectify this. Okay, that's all we can do. So, see, one thing is for sure, we go classes. I'm particularly talking about the go classes. We do not go, by the misconceptions. We do not make the answers by gate answers. It's not like कि गेट ने जो आंसर दिया है उस बेसिस पे हम अपने आंसर बनाएंगे। हमें अपने आंसर अपने कंसेप्ट्स के बेसिस पे बनाने हैं। हो सकता है कि गेट ने कुछ और आंसर दिया हो, लेकिन इट डज नॉट मीन कि उनसे गलती नहीं हुई है। हो सकता है ये एग्जाम इतना बड़ा एग्जाम है और कुछ ना कुछ गलती उनसे भी हो सकती है, राइट? तो तो हमें अपने कंसेप्ट उस बेसिस पे नहीं बनाने हैं कि गेट ने क्या आंसर दे दिया अब वही कंसेप्ट बनाए। जो कंसेप्ट है तो वो तो रहेगा ही, राइट? वो कंसेप्ट तो रहेगा ही। जस्ट सी, ओके, लेट मी से वन थिंग। जो भी इंसान ये बोल रहा है कि यहाँ पे मतलब जो भी अपने अपने कंसेप्ट बोल रहे हैं कि होस्ट आईडी पार्ट में जीरो होनी चाहिए जब हम स्लैश नोटेशन लिखते हैं, या फिर 32 से डिवाइड होना चाहिए, या फिर जो भी अपना कंसेप्ट बोल रहे हैं, उसका एक सिंगल आप मुझे कोई स्टैंडर्ड रेफरेंस दिखा दो कि इस बुक में लिखा है या इस रेफरेंस बुक में लगा है। डू नॉट कोट मी इंडियन वेबसाइट्स। ओके, इंडियन वेबसाइट अगर कोई होगी तो मतलब नॉट आईआईटी एंड अदर्स, मतलब इंडियन कोचिंग वेबसाइट्स जो होती हैं, अगर अगर आप उनको बोलो कि यहाँ पे लिखा है, ओके, इन लोगों ने लिख दिया, तो ऐसा नहीं होता। मुझे कोई भी एक स्टैंडर्ड रिसोर्स दिखा दो जहां पे ऐसा लिखा है कि होस्ट आईडी पार्ट मस्ट बी जीरो इफ यू आर यूजिंग द स्लेश नोटेशन। It could be any IP address in between. Gate 2015 question says that, Frozen says that, and I'm 100% sure if we search it, we will be able to find many more resources who are claiming this. Okay. Okay. So that's all I wanted to discuss. Thank you everyone. If you have like this video, just let me know in the comment. If you have anything to add in the as a reference, that okay, here also this fact is supported, just let us know in the comment. Okay, we will put those references also in the draft. So as many references are there, we must be putting those many references. So just let me know in the comment. Let us also know the fact on which we kind of stubborn, that we will be basically learning by the concept, not by mistakes in the key. Or if there is a mistake in the key, we should not be learning the misconception. If you agree with this, let us know in the comment that should we, should we make our concepts using the standard books or using what is correct, or should we make the concept using the misconceptions. See, if you are thinking that okay, host id part mein zero hona chahiye whenever we are using the slash notation, डोंट जस्ट थिंक ओके, शो मी अ सोर्स, राइट? मैंने तो सोर्स बताया ना आपको कि यहाँ पे फ्रोजन बुक में गेट 2015 के क्वेश्चन में ये ऐसा ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि आप फर्स्ट आईडी आईपी एड्रेस ही लिखो। अगर आपको लगता है कि फर्स्ट आईपी एड्रेस लिखना है तो आप मुझे कोई रिसोर्स तो बताओ ना ऐसा, कि जहां पे ऐसा लिखा है कि फर्स्ट आईपी एड्रेस ही लिखना है, क्योंकि ऐसा कहीं नहीं लिखा है। और ऐसा जब फ्रोजन में लिख दिया, गेट गेट के क्वेश्चन में भी आ चुका है, तो इससे ज्यादा बड़ी बात क्या होगी? एंड आई एम श्योर बहुत सारे रिसोर्स होंगे, ओके, बहुत सारे रिसोर्स होंगे जहां पे ऐसा होगा। ओके, अगर तुम्हें जो भी अपना क्लेम लग रहा है ना कि मुझे, मतलब मुझे लग रहा है कि ये गलत है, तो प्लीज ना उसका आप वर्ड ऑफ माउथ पे ना जाके मुझे एक रिसोर्स दिखा देना कि इसलिए गलत है। ओके, सो द थिंग इज कि जो सही है वो ए बी सी डी ही है इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन में। तो उस क्वेश्चन में थ्री या फोर में से, जैसे मैंने बोला कि डिबेटेबल है, मतलब करेक्ट आंसर तो मुझे भी थ्री लग रहा है, बट मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली दे शुड बी गिविंग द आंसर टू बोथ थ्री एंड फोर, बिकॉज थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग क्वेश्चन तो था, राइट? So that's all from my side. Let me know in the comments whatever you think about this session, about this video. Okay, I was a little hesitant to put this session, maybe because it will impact some of the students, but since it was about the concept and it was about many other students also, so that's why we made this video. Let us know if it was a good decision to conduct this session in the comment section. Okay. And I also apologize to every student who is thinking that if the if first question get MTA, or the set 2 question get 3 or 4, they will be in the some drawback, or they will be having some problem. So I'm really sorry, like we as a teacher, as an instructor, we have to call out the things which are correct. I totally agree with you that you might be feeling bad, but this is about the correct concept and about all other students. So uh, let's just play fair, and whatever you have done with your hard work, and you will be getting the top rank with your hard work. Okay, one two questions won't change much. Don't worry too much about it, that one two questions might change. Okay, they won't change. Just one question in set 1, one question in set 2. So either you are from set 1 or set 2, your one of the question could be MTA, or multiple answers could be correct. So do not worry about just one question. Okay, I hope all of you understood my point of view, and I'm again sorry to all the students who are thinking that because of this session, or because of this movement, they might be getting multiple correct answers, and they might be in the disadvantage. I'm really sorry, but I hope you understood my point also. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, I will share the draft with you. Okay, thank you so much.